The United States believes that it can sanction South Africa into submission. They believe that they can dictate your policies. They believe that they can bully you into compliance. But in my opinion, they have miscalculated, and they have miscalculated badly. They believe that they hold all the power, but that's a lie. South Africa is not weak. And you shouldn't act like you are. You control critical minerals, resources without which their industries, their military, their so-called green energy transition, all of that was stalled. If they want economic warfare, then let them know that without South Africa, their technological and military ambitions collapse. This isn't just empty rhetoric. This is reality. And sometimes you need to be told what reality is. What about South Africa's ports? I mean, do they think that the global trade routes that they depend on are untouchable, America? South Africa holds the key to vital shipping lanes. South Africa is a gateway to global trade. If America attempts to cripple you in South Africa, you remind them that you can disrupt their supply chains.
So, as you have heard from this video, South Africa has a lot of critical minerals and that are exported to America. And one of the most critical one is platinum. You know, platinum, other than the jewelry, high-end jewelries, just long lasting, that very expensive, wear platinum jewelry, you know, that you have the most expensive jewelry that you could find in the market. Platinum is very important. It's a catalyst actually. It's very much used in manufacturing for cars and automotive. What it's used for, because it's a catalyst, it helps sort of reduce emission of toxic fumes like carbon dioxide, your nitric oxide, carbon monoxide, and your hydrocarbons. So it converts them into less toxic gases that are less toxic to human, and also reduce carbon emission. And so platinum also used very much in chemical production, chemical industry, mostly used for fertilizer. South Africa export a lot of fertilizer to America. American farmers use those fertilizer for themselves, for them to be for their farming. So if you don't restrict platinum, they may not be able to make their own fertilizer. Just let you know, they may have struggled having cheaper fruits and vegetables. With no fertilizer, how are they going to be able to produce fruits and vegetables without fertilizer? You need platinum to make some of the fertilizers. Platinum is also used for glass manufacturing. Your fiberglass, your crystal display LCD needs platinum for that, because it can withstand high temperatures. That's why it's used in those fiberglass, in the LCD, for those electronic stuff that we like to watch. You need platinum. Also, the very important thing for platinum is also for energy and green technology, especially in hydrofuel cells. You need platinum for that as well. And so it is actually what it does. It just generates electricity by reaction between hydrogen and carbon dioxide, and then leads to a water as a byproduct. That's why they call it hydrogen fuel cell. It's also used for renewable energy. So in those solar panels, and in the what's it called, the turbines, you need those turbines. So you need platinum to have them, you know. The most important one for platinum, that's, very important for healthcare and medical, is the implants, the pacemaker. Pacemaker is made of platinum. A lot of implants are made of platinum. You know why? Because platinum is biodegradable. Your body doesn't, it's biocompatible and biodegradable. So the body doesn't reject it. And if it has to be degraded into the body can just absorb it. So what a perfect thing to have is the platinum. Biocompatibility of platinum. If you have a pacemaker, it doesn't reject it as much at all, actually. So that's why it's preferred in medical devices. Catheter is made of platinum. And also chemotherapy drugs. One of the major chemotherapy drugs that's used for a lot of treatment is the cisplatin. As you can hear the name, cisplatin, platinum. It's made of platinum. Okay, so jewelry, like I said, and also for investment, if you like invest in those critical minerals, platinum is one of them you should have in your portfolio. So that's quite important minerals. Platinum, massive. Because why so massive? Because South Africa supply the global market. The share of platinum supplied by South Africa, the market share is 70 to 75%. And it's got a reserve about 90% of platinum. So that's your leverage. Without even going to other, like your chromium, your manganese that you use for electric vehicle batteries and other stuff. Just the platinum on itself, the restriction of platinum in the global supply of platinum will have a massive problem for America. Okay? Like the minister said, okay, if you take your PEFAN, that's all good. But then we can just restrict you from having our platinum. It's not about tit for tat. It's about making sure that he knows that you're not a beggar. You have an important partnership, which is sharing trade and respect and understanding how market work, how the world work. And South Africa has a huge inequality that needs to be addressed. And the Land Expropriation Act, even though it's something that he's made a big deal about it, him and his neo-Nazi Elon Musk, saluting person like all of them. That stuff, when you look at it, it's not going to really do much. It's a public interest. The land for public interest. Okay? I mean, we know a lot of these public interest stuff don't even go to people. Actually, a new reform, a better reform is the one that's suggested by the lefty, which is returning the land back to their rightful owners.
If America attempts to cripple you in South Africa, you remind them that you can disrupt their supply chains. You can forge new alliances throughout BRICS and throughout Africa, and you can make them feel the consequences of their aggression. Yes, you can. And to anyone in South Africa who says that you need their markets, you need their investments, and so on, dependency is a choice in 2025. You don't have to be shackled to that system, a system that was only ever designed to keep you weak. You have alternative partners today. You have natural wealth, alhamdulillah. You have the strength and you have the position to dictate your own economic future. Yes, you do. I'm telling you that this is America shooting in the air while they are retreating. If you stand up to them, they will stand down. Obviously, American sanctions aren't about justice, they're about control. That's always been the case. Their aid is not generosity, it's leverage, always. They make that very clear. Their partnerships are not built on respect, they are built on the expectation that you will always remain subordinate. They think that you're going to sit back and let them try to cripple you, but I think you should prove them wrong. If they sanction your industries, nationalize theirs. If they try to isolate you, then you lead the charge in de-dollarization. If they try to break you, then forge stronger bonds with those who share your vision in the global south. This is radical realism. This is not idealism. This is not emotionalism. It's the simple, inescapable truth of power. The truth of power is that it must be met with power. So I would say to the people of South Africa, enough is enough. The time of compromise is over for everyone in the global south. The time for action has come.